I try. I try to like shit. But there's just some shit I just cannot like. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh God. Disney is without a shadow of a doubt uninspired, watered down copycat of a company. They are, man. Pandering to the type of people who are not fans of the series or whatever the fuck they're trying to bring out in the first place. Instead of pandering to actual fans of the show or whatever they're putting out, they pander to people who don't give a fuck about what Disney's putting out. I mean, I can only take it so far, man. You're trying to push an agenda in media, you know what I'm saying? It can only go so far with me. You know, if it goes over the line, that's when I'm like, what the fuck, man? The thing is, I said it in live stream before. I said I don't want to be preached to. That's all I don't want. I can take them as a character, gay, lesbian, whatever the fuck, the rainbow people, whatever. I don't care. I care about. I want to get to know who they are personally, their character and shit, their motivations and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who they sleep with. For example, if I'm being preached to, like, we should accept everybody. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not watching a show to be preached to. Ridiculous. Yeah, with that out the way, I thought I'd just talk about that for a second. Let's talk about this fucking Star Wars shit, man. This is speaking of LGBT characters and shit. Disney claims to be inclusive. They claim to embrace gays, you know what I'm saying, and minorities. They claim to embrace these people, yet when it comes to certain countries, they drop you. Shows you how much they give a fuck about you. So Disney's full of fucking shit regarding that. It's like, don't leave it for Disney to censor or take out a scene because it bothers certain people when they try to produce it for their country. Don't let Disney do it. Don't leave it to Disney to do it, but Disney does it anyway. It's like the two women kissing at the end of episode 9 of the Rise of Skywalker. Two women, they were celebrating. There was two kids that was kissing. It's cut out in some countries. Ridiculous. Disney should have been upset about that. So why didn't I keep that in? You know what I'm saying? That's okay. They two women. They sexually attracted to each other. Whatever. They're in love. What's the point? Why are you cutting that out? It's a small scene, but the point is Disney will fucking bend over backwards for these people. These certain people in certain countries and shit like that. Once again, let's get on with this shit. This fucking Kenobi series, I got so much fucking notes talking about this shit. It's beyond belief. I was going through and I was like, damn, that's a lot of shit I put down about this fucking episode. I mean, some notes are about other Star Wars movies, films. It's just a few of them, but most of them are from the fucking Kenobi episodes. And as the thumbnail implies, I chose Leia for a fucking reason. I mean, for one thing, there shouldn't have been no encounters between Luke and Vader because of what Vader said to Obi-Wan in A New Hope. He says, when I left you, I was a learner, but now I'm the master. You know, because actually that's bullshit because Obi-Wan was the one that left him on that fucking rock dark moon planet they were fighting on in episode 6 of Kenobi. Obi-Wan was the one that left him. Vader should have said, when you left me, I was almost dead, but now I'm alive and I'm going to finish you. That would have made more sense. shit, to add icing on the cake or fuel to the fire, rather, he should have been like, man, why didn't you kill me back then? For 10 more years, I was killing more people. I killed more children. I killed more Jedi. I terrorized more people. I've done all this heinous shit for 10 more years because you let me live on that fucking planet, sir. What kind of a master Jedi are you? Do you really care about people? Seems not. That's what Vader should have fucking told him in New Hope. Shit. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous leaving that man to live like that. Fucking ridiculous, man. Like I said in my last video about this shit, they should have just have Vader bury him under the rocks and he thought he was dead. Vader just leaves and that would have been made more fucking sense. And Obi-Wan, after Vader is gone, Obi-Wan will come out the rocks and shit. That would have made more fucking sense. Should they made Obi-Wan an accomplice to Vader's tyranny for the next fucking 10 to 9 years? Because Luke Skywalker was what, 18, 19 when in A New Hope, so that's like 9 more years of Vader terrorizing motherfuckers, man. It's Obi-Wan's fault. But they're gonna turn the fans of the series are gonna turn a blind eye. They're not gonna blame Obi-Wan. Oh no! Just like they're not gonna blame George Lucas that he's the catalyst of the reason why Star Wars has become what they are today, which is fucking bullshit ass, vague, empty, diluted, watered down entertainment that it is today. George Lucas is the catalyst of all that shit. Can't believe people are not blaming George Lucas for this shit, man. It's his fault. He was the one that sold it to Disney. And they're going to say, I can't think of nobody else to sell it to but you guys. Then that motherfucker got mad because they didn't use his fucking script. I thought he was done writing. And yes, I'm repeating myself again because I talked about this before in the older vlog. Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's where the fault lies, is him. Yeah, Disney added to it with bringing us fucked up ass shit. But Lucas is the catalyst. He could have fucking sold to anybody else but Disney. Hope you enjoy your 44 million, George. Jesus fucking Christ, man. He ought to be ashamed of himself what he did to his baby, his child. I mean, we get it. You were 70 years old at the time. You were done. Okay, you said you were done before you turned 70. After the prequels were done, he got asked, well, is he going to make 3 more episodes after Return of the Jedi? He said no. He's done. Those episodes, he said, look, those are the 6 episodes. I'm done. I did the prequels. I'm done. It's over. I was surprised to learn that he was writing episode 9. Episode 7. I was surprised he was writing for it. And it was a fucking script. Well, Disney was wrong for not accepting not going with his script. No, they wasn't. It wasn't a contract. It was an agreement. Disney said it was going to look. I think George Lucas misinterpreted what the person who was buying Star Wars from him said. I believe he said, "Okay, sir, we're going to look over your script. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. It was no guarantee they was going to use his fucking script or his script at all, or a little bit of it, or whatever. There was no guarantee that they did look it over. But it's like, no, we don't want to go with this. We want to do something else. And that's what they did. I mean, shit, you already sold it. They own Star Wars at that point already. They already fucking own it. They can do what the fuck they want to do with it. And that's what they did. I was playing fucking The Force Unleashed last night. And I was thinking like, damn. I was watching the cutscenes. I was like, damn, this is better than fucking what we getting now. Characters that are engaging and shit. I forgot what it was like to watch a Star Wars film when you see a character that's engaging. I forgot what it was like until I played a fucking video game. Jesus Christ. And why wasn't this just ruins Obi-Wan's character? They did the same thing with Luke Skywalker. They made him a fucking hermit. So he lost connection to the Force somehow. It's like he hasn't been training the 10 years leading up to the first Kenobi episode. What the fuck? Why hasn't he been talking to Qui-Gon Jinn? What did Yoda say in episode 3, which the writer didn't see? What did Yoda say in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, at the end? He said, to commune with him, I shall teach you. To Qui-Gon Jinn. To commune with him. Obi-Wan was like, cool. Obi-Wan didn't seem down, depressed, or anything like that before he went to Tatooine. That's the sand planet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think it's called Tatooine. And he didn't look like he was down. I mean, yeah, of course, he was hurt from Anakin, you know. Of course he was. It was his fucking best friend. It was his brother. They've been working together for like fucking 15 years before he had to fight him to the death on Mustafar. 15 years! He's known Anakin since he was 8 years old. From 8 years old to 20 fucking 3 or 22 when he became Vader. That's a long time. Of course, it's gonna be a strong ass fucking bond. But Obi-Wan at that point thought he was dead. He was moving on. That's the message I fucking got at the end of episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. He's moving on now. But we already knew eventually he found out that Vader was Anakin. We knew eventually, we didn't know how, but we knew eventually he fucking found out. For those of us that wasn't paying the fucking attention, because if you paid attention to the story, by the end he already knew that Vader was Anakin. How did he know? See what I just did there? See what I just did there? If you was paying attention to the story, you'd have known I was incorrect. That Obi-Wan didn't know that Vader was Anakin by the end of Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. So if you were paying attention, you'd be like, no, that's not right, Carl. You probably was ready to go in the comment section. Oh shit. He found out that Obi-Wan. He found out that Anakin Skywalker was Vader when he watched that hologram. It's what's it called, a hologram recording. When City was like, rise, Lord Vader. And Yoda confirmed it. Consumed by Vader he is. So Obi-Wan already knew Vader was Anakin Skywalker's re-Christian name as a Sith Lord. Whatever the fuck. A Sith warrior, whatever he was. You know, so he already knew that. So the surprise that he got on his face in the Obi-Wan series when Reva said Anakin is still alive and shit, or whatever the fuck she told him, that should have been a surprise. He already knew at that point that Vader was once Anakin Skywalker and shit. It's ridiculous. It's like that's the point of him hiding on Tatooine. It was either Sidious was going to come out there and hunt them all throughout the galaxy, or he's going to send Vader out there to hunt them all. So he went to the planet that he felt, I guess he felt that Vader wouldn't touch because too many bad memories and shit. So, and he was supposed to protect Luke, okay? But how in the fuck was he supposed to protect Luke when he lost connection to the Force? He wouldn't have been able to protect him anyway. Let's say Vader landed on Tatooine as opposed to Reva. Okay? Let's say Vader landed on that motherfucker. And he was going to kill Luke. Obi-Wan would have been able to protect him. How do you know, Crone? I know because he was running away from Vader when they first encountered each other in the Kenobi series. Running like a fucking bitch. He was all lackluster and this fighting and shit against Vader. I was like, what the fuck happened to Obi-Wan? That shouldn't have happened to him. He had Qui-Gon Jinn to talk with as a Force ghost. He's supposed to have been training. That's what he's supposed to do. Not living as a fucking hermit for 10 years. Talk about a ruination of a character. Fuck you, Disney. God damn. Let's talk about this fucking Leia character. Oh, I don't think she's different. I don't see nothing off about her. Well, stay tuned to my videos and I will show you that there is. As I'm about to show you right now. The continuity is all fucked up. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. That ridiculous Leia smuggling, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? And she was in this coat. Man. We know that a human being doesn't have more than two legs. So how the fuck did he get through customs? How did he get through the stormtroopers with all that lump on the right side of his jacket? And then the bitch peeks out. That's the writers telling you, oh, Leia's in there in case you don't know, you fucking retards. Bad writing at its finest. Right there. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And each episode had the nerve to cost over $25 million per episode. With that less than fancy looking CGI, the props was all fucked up. They looked at all juvenile and shit. Fucking toy looking ass props and shit they had on the episodes and shit. I mean, oh God. And I heard that the reason why they chose a dark planet for Vader and Obi-Wan to have their final confrontation in episode 6 was because they could be lazy with the CGI. If it's dark in the back, they don't have to put no detail and shit. Yeah, but each episode was worth over $25 million. Where the fuck is that money going? It ain't going to the writing department. It ain't going to the visuals and shit. Ridiculous. And you got Leia outrunning her captor somehow. I thought that was fucking insane. How the fuck did she outrun some grown ass men? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then when she's captured, she's 10 years old, by the way. 10! She doesn't cry or show any fear when she's captured from her home. She's on another planet, far, far away. She has no idea how her parents are going to worry about her. She wants to go home. She should have been scared out of her fucking mind. She's a little kid. She's not a fucking 20-year-old. She's a kid. A kid. How many times I got to repeat it? She is a child, not an adult. A child, not an adult. She's 10 years old. Even though she looks like she's fucking 8 years old. Fuck. I think, in fact, I'm thinking about, she's like, she's about 7. But I digress, man. She's probably 10 years old and she showed no fucking fear. The only part that she acted like a child. I'm talking about the only part I can remember she acted like the child was when Obi-Wan was going to confront Vader in episode 6. And she was like, no, don't go. No, I want you to go. You're not going. She was actually acting like a 10-year-old. That made sense. She was attached to it. It's only a fucking adult that she was attached to about all the crew. Of course she's going to be like, don't go, don't leave me. She don't know the fuck these people are. What the fuck you leaving me here for? You know what I'm saying? We're sticking together. Ridiculous. Jesus. And how the fuck did Reva? Maybe I'm missing something here. How the fuck did Reva know that Anakin Skywalker was Vader? They didn't show it how she knew. I mean, yeah, all the kids and all the young Jedi knew of him because when he came back to the temple after he became Vader and Revenge of the Sith, it was like, Skywalker, what are we to do? Skywalker. They knew who he was. So we left to speculate as to how she knew his name. I'm so it was pretty much like that. He comes in the temple. She's like, "Oh shit, that's Anakin Skywalker." Oh, he stabbed me in the stomach. you know. Then leaves her for dead after stabbing her in the stomach. And if she didn't stab her in the stomach, like I asked before, how the fuck did he fucking injure her? And she was hiding under fucking bodies. How did he injure her? And since when did the clone troopers and Vader took the since when the stormtroopers and Vader want to pile bodies on top of each other? Why would they fucking worry about doing that? They just kill and leave. Because in episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith, episode 3, we saw the kids laying on the ground, dead. They wasn't stacked on each other. So what? He stacked bodies on top of the bodies in one place and didn't do it the other place. I don't get it. Cause she was like, I hid under the bodies and all that shit. Yeah, because some people say it's a metaphor that she got stabbed through her stomach. Can you believe that? So she had to have been attacked somehow. Because if he sliced her like this, he might cut her fucking head off. Or she'll defend herself and get her arm cut off. Because if you attack somebody with a lightsaber and you slash and you get the arm cut off, they're gonna still live. It's not like they bleed to death because they don't bleed. When a lightsaber cuts their limbs off, they don't bleed to death. So they're gonna still live. So how the fuck did he attack her? That he thought she was dead and she hid up under. No, wait, she said she hid up under the body. So that means she. Wait, hold the fuck. What? I'm trying to make sense of this shit. This is how fucked up Disney is. So she gets attacked. She falls. Because according to some people, she wasn't stabbed through the stomach. She falls. Vader walks away. She gets up. Oh shit, let me go hide up under the bodies. Till he's gone. And then somehow she reconnects with him for 10 fucking years to become his inquisitor. So she can eventually take on Vader herself. So she killed like younglings and whatnot for 10 fucking years. So she can kill Vader, the one who caused her pain and suffering, as revenge for her friends. This is the worst fucking story I've ever heard in my life, man. It's like that's Disney's problem. They don't know how to make compelling villains, man. They don't. They don't know how to make compelling fucking villains, man. Over $25 million per episode. Let that sink in. Leia doesn't care after Obi-Wan dies in A New Hope. Yeah, I thought their bond was so fucking strong in the Kenobi, right? She doesn't give a shit that he died. She was. Luke gave a fuck though. She was pulling Luke. Let's go, let's go. She gave a fuck at all. Didn't. And then when she contacted him in A New Hope, in the beginning of it, she addressed him like she didn't know who the fuck he was. Oh, that's just your perspective, Chrome. No, bullshit. That's what it's fucking telling us all. She don't know who the fuck Obi-Wan is. She don't know about what her father told her. It's plain as day she don't know. And that's why Disney put in that fucking line talk about, we don't know each other, okay? We never saw each other. So let's pretend like we don't know each other and shit. That's why they put that little line in there at episode 6 to explain why she dressed him as General Kenobi. You fought with my father in the Clone Wars. Okay, let's say that she pretended not to know him because to protect herself and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough she's contacting this man. Okay, let's say she's, for the sake of argument, let's say she is pretending she didn't know him at that point. What about when she saw him face to face? She's a fantastic actress to remain calm. She ain't seen a man in 10 fucking years. Or 9 years, what have you, give or take. This man rescued you. You were kidnapped as a 10-year-old girl. He rescued you, risked his fucking life for you. You developed a bond with this man. This is fucking 9 to 10 years later. When you saw him again, you gonna remain like calm and what the fuck? I got a scenario in my mind. Maybe she would have embraced him, gave him a big hug, kissed him on the cheek. I missed you. I'm glad you're still alive. I'm so glad to see you. Maybe get a little teary-eyed. You know, she ain't seen this man in 10 fucking years. That's why I got the feeling that I ain't gonna be a bit surprised if Disney ends up redoing episodes 4, 5, and 6 to suit their fucking narrative. I won't be a bit surprised. I wouldn't be. And mark my words. If they do it, I'm not surprised. Would you be surprised if they fucking redid A New Hope all the way to Return of the Jedi? I wouldn't be. The main reason why they would do it is to be in line with their narrative with these so-called prequels or events that happened before these great movies. That'd be the only reason why they would redo them. So it's crazy, and then episode I think it was episode 6 or 5 of the original trilogy, when Luke was leaving to help Han Solo out on Cloud City. Obi-Wan was like, he's our last hope. Yoda says, no, there is another. He was obviously talking about Leia. Some people thought he was talking about Anakin Skywalker. Why the fuck would he talk about Anakin Skywalker? Anakin Skywalker's not a fucking hope. He's the fucking villain. How the fuck can Yoda be talking about Anakin Skywalker? He's talking about Leia, whom Obi-Wan mysteriously forgot about. I can't believe he didn't even sense that she had force powers or thought or knew she had it because she's a fucking sister of the boy he's protecting. And she's the seed of Anakin Skywalker. I guess to just throw it out there that if you are a Jedi or if you are sensitive to the Force and you train as a Jedi and you happen to have a child, that child might not be sensitive to the Force just because you are. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. Call me ignorant. I don't fucking know. And what the fuck is with this camera work shit? Let me close it off with this shit. What the fuck is this? And this type of shit. Hello, sir. I'm back from the mission. Do you need help? All this shaking and shit. Did the cameraman have tremors? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? That shaky camera work was ridiculous. I watched many movies when there was handheld and it wasn't shaking like that. It was all ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who the fuck? Oh, how much per episode was worth? 25 million? You couldn't have no crane cameras on cranes? What the fuck, man? Ridiculous. All that fucking shaking. I think if I liked the fucking Kenobi series, everything about it, I believe I would have had issue with that. I believe I would have. So it's insane. Who approved this shit? It's ridiculous. And I was the type of person who didn't mind handheld cams. That shows you right there how fucked up it was. I asked my brother, do you prefer handheld cams or steady cams? He said steady. Because handheld cams are really only appropriate if there's a disaster happening or there's some type of an argument or a heated argument between actors. It'll be like kind of wobbly because it's commotion and shit like that. Or to make some cheap special effects with an earthquake and all that, they'll rock the camera a little bit. But it was ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. One person did a video. I even shared it on my Twitter. He made a he made a parody of it and shit. It was called if Disney made episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith, how the camera would be and shit. I thought it was funny because it was so fucking accurate. Yeah, so I thought I'd close it off with that shit, man. There's more to come. There's more to fucking come. Uh, what can I say, man? That's it. That's fucking it, man. This is why Chromosome sign the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all and be safe out there. Peace. I'm out.